Toucheng by Lin Hui. Surrounded by mountains and seas, the first township in Lanyang, when sun rises over Turtle Island, it shined through the earth. A poem by Lin Hui. Hi there, I'm Christina. I'm in a beautiful place today. There are mountains and seas on this side, and on the opposite is the famous Turtle Island.
Hi, Christina.
Hi, director.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. It's really beautiful here.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Isn't Yilan also known as the Museum of Mountains and Seas?
Yes, we are now at Waiao Beach in Toucheng, Yilan. Next to Waiao Beach is the Waiao train station. After crossing the old Chaoling Tunnel, you will arrive at Toucheng in Yilan County. Yilan's coastline is long and narrow. Along the coast, there are many fishing ports. Up from that mountain, there are paragliders flying down.
Paragliding?
Yes, from the mountains to the sea surfing, then to the open sea, you'll enjoy a whole picture of Turtle Island. That's why Yilan is also called the Museum of Mountains and Seas.
Toucheng is located in the northernmost part of Yilan. Toucheng is surrounded by mountains and seas with abundant natural resources in Yilan. It is the earliest administrative district. It is also known as the first city of Yilan. Are you ready to learn about Toucheng with me? Let's explore this museum of mountains and seas. Hey, let me talk to these two photographers here. It's really beautiful here. Are you taking photos of the tongue blossoms on the ground?
Yes, the ground covered with tongue blossoms look like it's snowing.
As to the environment here, I actually found out that it made me feel like I was in Jurassic Park.
Here in the subtropical rainforest in Taiwan, look at the environment around here. Except for the stream, then there is a ground layer underneath. Various types of ferns grow on the ground cover because the northeast corner is humid and rainy, so the ferns in the northeast corner are very abundant.
Oh, really?
That's still seeing like we've got some vine-like stuff here. It appears in the subtropical rainforest, so this valley is very beautiful.
Oh. Such an ancient green forest makes this place look really like Jurassic Park. You see vine vegetation and trees everywhere. As I walk here, I feel like I might meet Donkey Kong running out all of a sudden. The photographer told me in this park, in addition to the current seasonal tongue blossoms, many plants and animals are also endemic to Taiwan. They are very precious and rare in the world. They are also the pride of Taiwan. Ooh, there are a lot of tongue blossoms here too.
Christina, did you notice, besides the tongue blossoms, there are many ferns?
Yeah, especially this one is particularly tall. Is this also a fern?
Yes, it's among the ferns. The only living fossil, centered in Taiwan's northeastern corner, it spreads to various parts of the world.
Oh.
Since the Jurassic era, it has appeared on Earth. It hasn't changed until now. That's why it's called a living fossil.
Is it because of the climate these ferns have more difficulty growing in other countries?
It can be found in Eastern Asia, though its center is massively clustered in the northeast corner of Taiwan. It has never degraded, so its trunk can grow up to about 200 or 300 centimeters or even 400 centimeters. So in the early days, a lot of them grew in the northeastern corner of Taiwan, but because in our early days in the age of material scarcity, farmers would cut it down and use it as building materials or make a pen holder for export.
Oh, really?
Yes, so it's actually very precious. Take ferns, for example. Among the ferns in the world, there are more than 800 species in Taiwan, surpassing the variety found in New Zealand.
Whoa, more than New Zealand?
Yes, New Zealand adopts ferns as part of its national emblems, and actually we in Taiwan have much more, but in Taiwan we don't know it.
As you watch such a wonderful performance, are you curious what kind of place this is? Actually, it is in the Ecological Art Park of Toucheng. There are professional tour guides for plants and animals. The performance shows an artistic presentation full of oriental aesthetics by integrating the performance with the environment. It displays a double feast of both strength and beauty. Today, I walked here feeling very comfortable. While I walked along the trails, I have learned a lot, such as its subtropical regions here. Actually, I didn't even know there are so many ferns in the northern corner of Taiwan. Like the food ingredients here, are they all provided from here?
Yes, the ingredients we've chosen are all local ingredients. Yes, that's friendly farming. For local ingredients, we pay a lot of attention because it's so important for the planet to be sustainable.
So it's all vegetarian here.
Yes, because you just mentioned it, you come and see the nature here. Very happy.
Yeah.
So we're bringing you to this field. What you eat should also be connected to the plant.
Oh. Wow, this looks very fresh and it's also crispy when it just cut.
Yes, the crisp sound.
We didn't add any
Very
too
sweet.
oily or other unnecessary ingredients in it. It's just simple.
Yes.
And this soup is
Herbal soup. It is cooked with Chinese herbs added according to the individual person's composition. Take these so-called medicinal food at dinner time to harmonize qi and blood so that the qi can be regulated and balanced.
In addition to food, I believe that many foreign visitors come to Taiwan would love to try an acupoint massage or a meridian massage. But you know, it's really super healing, immersive experience. The CEO here is a traditional Chinese physician. The Chinese herbal massage will gently relax the body, combined with Toucheng and other methods to regulate breathing. The body and the mind merge with nature, makes this journey to Toucheng a chance to recharge and relax once again. I'm here, getting ready to paraglide. This seems like an activity that people do in Thailand or Bali, Indonesia. I didn't expect to be able to play here in Toucheng. And the view of Turtle Island I have just seen down there at the station is totally different from what I am seeing from up here right now. I am so excited and I don't really know how to describe how I'm feeling, but I'm ready. A natural terrain surrounded by mountains and rivers. Plus, the airflow is relatively stable from April to October every year. Many tourists come here, of course. The most attractive, it's the magnificent mountains and rivers and the mysterious islands from the distance, Turtle Island.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Take it easy.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Look ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, ready? 2, 3, go.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah! Oh.
Tuck in your bottom, sit in a little. Okay, go.
Oh. It's cool to be able to do this every day.
You can come and learn.
I'm glad to learn. And you can see Turtle Island every day from here. Whoa! Woo! Will anyone be so nervous that they cry and give up?
Yes. Sometimes people give up on the spot.
How?
They just said they want to give up and get the refund, and some people just keep their eyes closed from beginning to end, or cry from beginning to end.
Really? Wow, if you're scared and give up, that's really a pity because everything in front of me is really too dreamy. It's incredible. I feel just like an eagle flying with wings. Also, I am enjoying such an amazing view of mountains and sea. Thank you, Coach. Wow, just now it really was super beautiful. From the hills to this side, Turtle Island, this way, where's here, Turtle Island. It's really beautiful, and it's super easy to get started. You know, I'll tell you, even if you're a beginner, you don't have to worry about it. You can get used to it immediately. And I think people in a lifetime must experience this at least one time because it is just too beautiful. When I descended from the sky just now, I saw a 3-dimensional triangle. This is the Lanyang Museum, and it is a very famous local landmark. I felt like a bird flying when I was up in the air. What I have seen is the perspective of an aerial camera. When I go down and come over here, I feel very calm. So I think Toucheng is really wonderful because it is suitable for both physical and static activities. So it makes me want to come to explore Toucheng even more. What else is there to see? I think it's definitely worthwhile to check out. More than 200 years ago, Wu Sha brought his people to this city to reclaim land. Walking in Toucheng Old Street is not only comfortable, but I also can feel a unique nostalgic atmosphere. But don't forget, the most impressive thing about Toucheng is the world-famous mountain and sea views, as well as the view of Turtle Island located in the Pacific Ocean. Since we have experienced the high-altitude perspective, now let's break the waves to get a closer look at this island full of mystery. And you know what? If you're lucky enough, there will be unexpected surprises.
There are a lot of them over there right now. Also, some under our boat. The head keeps spinning. This one is jumping.
Whoa!
Sometimes they run to both sides of our ship. That's because they're wild animals. We can't keep them in captivity. It's possible they are going to our left.
Oh, this is really incredible. We have to let our audience take a look. There are so many dolphins out there, and this is also my first time in Taiwan seeing so many dolphins at once in nature.
Let's call them magic babies, okay?
Magic babies?
Just kidding. Actually, it's a spinner dolphin.
Spinner dolphins.
They jump, fly, and spin.
So that's what they do naturally? Do all dolphins do that?
No, among their species, this type of dolphin is the best at jumping, also the best at flying. Not every dolphin can fly.
Oh, so they don't necessarily fly. Then do they deliberately follow our ship like this?
They usually will, yes. Yes, but we should not get too close to them because they are also easily frightened.
Meet these babies at sea. What a surprise. But another purpose of our trip is to explore Turtle Island because Turtle Island is not only the most important landmark in Yilan. Furthermore, the unique strategic position has also left the island with many historical relics to this day. Wow, this place is really special. You know, I've lived in Taiwan for 15 years and this is my first time on Turtle Island. I also found out there's a military slogan here too, and these camouflage decorations.
In 1978, the military declared Turtle Island as a military land, so civilians were not permitted to be on the island, including people from Turtle Island. The purpose for the military to construct this tunnel is to protect Lanyang Plain.
Are there still troops stationed on the island?
Currently, the military has already withdrawn. Turtle Island is open for sightseeing.
Oh.
Some of these facilities on this island are provided for the tourists to visit and explore.
Oh. According to the guide, there are 8 tunnels on Turtle Island. Some of the tunnels are in disrepair, so for security reasons, this is for now the only tunnel open for visiting. But what fascinates me is, except for the magic of tunnels, the legend of the Turtle General and Princess Cameron.
Legend has it that the Princess Cameron and the Turtle General fell in love, which enraged the Dragon King, the prince's father. Her father turned the Turtle General into Turtle Island. Princess Cameron is over there in the Lanyang Plain. They can only look at each other from a distance. This is a legendary story.
Wow, so this is the battery and the legend you just mentioned. Imagine that I'm General Turtle, then this is how I am looking at my Cameron princess. But if you think about it from another perspective, most of the time it's from Yilan that we see Turtle Island. But today we have the rare opportunity to see Taiwan from Turtle Island.
It's very relaxing.
Yes. And then the other thing I noticed when I walked in, there are actually pins in the ceiling. What is that?
These are silencer cones. There's cannons over there. The silencer cones were used to mitigate the noise.
The military relic of the past and the historical buildings left on the island, just like the magnificent scenery here, all are so fascinating, according to the guide. Because there were military stationed here, local residents of Turtle Island who originally made a living by fishing gradually moved to Daxi and Toucheng, which has made Daxi the most important fishing port in Toucheng. And also, there are many unique and interesting discoveries in Daxi. Whoa, this is the first time I've seen something like this. The ice factory and its tracks that go all the way down just like that to be processed into crushed ice.
Welcome to Daxi Fishing Port. Although Taiwan has a lot of ports, but actually, probably only Daxi Fishing Port still retains this traditional rail-type ice cubes factory in Taiwan. Look at the view from here, all the way there in Daxi Fishing Port. There are probably more than 130 ships. Actually, all the ships rely on this ice outlet here, which provides ice for all the ships, including here that we see, and underneath there are quite a few fishmongers and fish markets. Actually, everybody relies on these ice cubes as well. Daxi Fishing Port, of course, has preserved its natural environment, so today I saw a lot of seagulls and flying birds. It's really a very special scene that tracks over there.
These tracks look pretty worn. I'm guessing they've been around for a few years?
About 40 years.
I just found out as well, the person who's in charge of dispensing the ice cubes, when he dispenses the ice cubes, he has to make sure whether there is any ships coming for ice. He'll then dispense the ice.
Right, just like you observed. Of course, he's in the highest place. As soon as the ship comes in, he will keep watching. When the ship is getting closer, he will prepare in advance. Then when the ship arrives in a bright place, he will release the ice. He's got his own tempo. As these ice cubes come out one by one faster and faster, that means the fishing port is getting busier and busier. Now actually is the rush hour for the fishing port.
Well, what is he saying? I have no idea.
What he's saying now is the catch, and its price in kilogram.
In kilogram price?
If someone bids, the price goes up, and if no one bids, the price goes down.
Oh, so he's speaking numbers?
Yes, numbers.
Oh my god, he's speaking so fast. It sounds kind of like Spanish.
Since there are so many catches every day, he has to speak a little bit faster. There are only 2 auctioneers to process the auction.
I see.
That's the catch of the day. It can be said that Daxi Fishing Port is currently a very important fish and shrimp distribution center in Taiwan. It's Sakura shrimp season again.
Oh, and I see they're still jumping.
Yes, Daxi Fishing Port is so-called the nearest fish market to the underwater dragon palace.
There is an ocean current called the Kuroshio passing through the Pacific Ocean east of Taiwan. Kuroshio is the strongest current in the North Pacific. It brings abundant species, so the catch of the dashi is cheap but with good quality. Besides, there are a lot of hidden, unexpected surprises. Whoa, what kind of fish is this? Oh my god, it's huge! What? Hi, what kind of fish is this? Hey, what kind of fish is this?
This is the earthquake fish, or fish.
Is this the normal size?
There are bigger ones. This one is only half the size. Yes, there are even bigger ones.
Then this size, how big can it get?
Currently, the biggest we caught this year was more than 30 kilograms. It's twice as big as this one.
It's really God's best gift to have such a great fisheries resource. Bosco just told me his brother's ship has just returned to port. He invited me to pay a visit and experience the hard work of fishermen.
Pay attention. Okay. Okay, come.
Okay?
Here we go. Take your time. No problem. Okay.
This way? Thank you.
Great, last one.
Oh. Okay, got it.
Super. So this is today's catch.
Here's the fish, but this one doesn't seem to be a fish. This is...
Well, today while catching fish, also we brought up some marine debris during the fishing process.
Whoa.
Right, there's all sorts of garbage.
And this is an egg box.
Exactly. This is egg cartons that is commonly used to pack eggs. There are a lot of daily necessities you can see here. The bottle of mineral water and all sorts of rubbish. There are a lot.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So actually, when we are in the process of fishing in recent years, the amount of waste in the sea is increasing. We're hoping that when fishing, we do not just catch fish, we also catch garbage, clear it up.
This actually reminds me of my hometown in Boston. In the north of Boston, there's a small town called Gloucester. Gloucester is the oldest fishing port in the United States. That's kind of like Toucheng. What shocks me the most is the actions about sustainability here in Toucheng. Even though it's such a small fishing port in Toucheng, but it can still make such a great impact. It reminds me of when I climbed Mount Everest. In the EBC base, you can see many Sherpas collect garbages from the mountain and bring them down. That's actually for the environment, providing a lot of power and impact in doing it because of the glacier above provided all the water for millions of people. So that's how they are all supporting to deal with the issues of our environment. It's just like what it's doing now in Toucheng. I can feel that something is going on here. It's very powerful. For many tourists, Daxi not only has fresh fish, there are many great restaurants as well. Among them is this seafood restaurant, one of the most famous ones around here, where foodies travel thousands of miles just to eat here. It's always super crowded during the holidays and the kitchen gets super hectic. It's definitely one of the top choices for gourmets. Wow, I can't believe it. These ingredients are what I just saw at Daxi Fishing Port.
Yes.
But look at these dishes. Are they all from Daxi Fishing Port?
Yeah, they are all from Daxi Fishing Port.
This is
a lobster.
lobster porridge?
Right.
Whoa.
It just arrived this morning.
Wow. This looks really... It smells great.
Yeah, it has a nice chewy texture.
It's very chewy. I like this texture. Actually, my hometown is Boston's. Have you ever heard of Boston lobsters? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's because I have never heard of lobster from Daxi fishing port. Comparing lobsters from these two places, this one is relatively firm.
Yeah, the fish farm in the northeast corner is different because there is a Kuroshio passing by nearby. And due to the geographical environment here, there are many streams with large and small in these areas. Because of these large and small streams, there are many planktons. As a result, a food chain has been formed. The seafood here is exceptionally fresh and delicious.
Oh, is this kind of fish available all year round?
No, it's seasonal. In this season, like the spanner crab, it is in season right now, but when it is out of season, you probably cannot have it when you come next time, or it won't be this rich.
Ah, so the variety of food varies throughout the season.
Right.
The owner of the restaurant says, although Taiwan is surrounded by sea, but not every place is like Daxi, with such an abundance of marine life. And what she's most proud of are these dishes on the table. All of them come from the water surrounding Turtle Island. It's super fresh, and many customers become regulars just after one try. So now you know why Turtle Island is so important. It's one of the 3 major fishing farms in Taiwan. It is a landmark of Yilan, but I must say the charm of Turtle Island is definitely more than that. As for why, please come with me once again out to the sea. Well, next to us is Turtle Island again. But our trip was very special because it's very early. We are now waiting for the first light of the day.
That's right. We're here to see the sunrise.
Yeah, which direction will the sun probably rise from?
Here, this way. It'll come out soon.
Wow. Will it look like the scenes in the movies? The sun is coming out, growing up.
From the sea level.
Wow.
Because we are in Turtle Island, the Milk Sea here with the sunrise, you see a different view every day.
Oh, do you mean the sun or the sea over here?
I mean the sun together with Milk Sea.
Oh.
Every time you look at it, it's so different.
The Milk Sea you talk about is the color of the milk in the sea?
Turtle Island is an active volcano. When it erupts, the sulfur comes out and mixes with the seawater and the water turns white.
So, is that the Milk Sea over there? Is that what I'm seeing right now?
Yes. The colors there are obviously very different.
The gradient of the Milk Sea is like the skirt of Turtle Island, driven by ocean currents, rendered into a miraculous painting. With the sun gradually rising, it looks amazing. I can't help but take out my mobile phone, record my emotions of the moment. Well, I am so lucky. Oh my God, it's over there. Look at that light shining on the surface of the sea. It's really beautiful, and I really feel like I am the happiest kid in the world. And then I'll be even happier later. I'm going to change my clothes, and then we're going to do some water activities. So I'm super looking forward to it, and let's do it together. Okay, I am not sure you have guessed it. The water activities I just talked about is in the beauty of the sea and the sky to SUP with currents. And such a trip, it's not only unique in the world, but also the best way to experience the charm of Turtle Island. Usually my balance is good, but today I'm not doing so well. And then that person is really professional. Look at him. He won't fall at all. But okay, I'm gonna try again. And the waves are difficult to predict. Okay, I have to say, because there are waves, it is really not easy to stand up smoothly. But as the saying goes, difficult the first time, easy the second. Actually, with just a few more practices, you will be able to enjoy drifting comfortably in this incredibly soothing sea. Okay.
All right, grab here, foot here.
Oh, why does it feel extra shaky right now?
It's psychological, don't worry, because you've just been at sea, floating and swaying, then you're on the boat, it's more stable, so you'll feel the difference.
Yeah. It's really not the same as the last time when I went to Sun Moon Lake. I feel very different. The water surface at Sun Moon Lake is very calm, no waves at all, but this is my first time doing SUP at sea. Did you see it? Did you see me fall?
Yes, we were all laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you brought joy to everyone.
Yeah, but I think what I've experienced is the most beautiful sunrise sup. You can see the light blue colors, the dark blue colors, and you're right next to Turtle Island. It's beautiful.
But we're not done yet.
We're not done yet? What's next?
There's still a slide.
A slide?
Let me take you to experience.
I'm so excited. Whoa. 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 Oh my god. Oh. Wow. I gotta say, this is such a unique experience provided by Cloud9 Sailing Club. It's really cool, isn't it? It's super fun. As long as the waves are stable, it's really good to charter a boat out with some friends. In addition to being able to wander around on this azure carpet, if you can dive, the scenery under the sea is even more fascinating. Speaking of water activities in Toucheng, don't forget Waiao Beach near Wushi Harbor. It is a mecca for surfing in Taiwan. Wow, I gotta say, looking at these pros going back and forth in the waves is super cool. So, since there are so many pros here, of course, I'm going to give it my best shot. Surfing looks super cool, but just to stand up is super hard. And the coach said because of the gentle waves in Waiao, it is very suitable for beginners to train here. So as long as I practice more, I believe that it won't take long and I'll be able to ride the waves.
Okay, paddle.
This is a very challenging sport, but I think if it weren't challenging, it would be boring, right?
Yeah, it would be boring.
So this is, I think, a very interesting sport. Although I'm supposed to be a newbie, but because of you, I can actually stand up today.
You're talented.
Thank you. But I think I just saw over there seems to be some surfers from the national team.
Yes.
They're so good. So there are excellent players over here. Also, there are beginners like me, and there are children and seniors, people of all ages, are able to come here and enjoy themselves. This is really such a special place.
It's shallow, right? Pretty safe.
Yeah, so it's perfect for people like me. Beginners can come here. Even if you fall, you won't drown.
You won't get hurt.
Toucheng is not only known as the Museum of Mountains and Seas, what's even more fun is that there are various water activities in Toucheng. Especially in Toucheng, a lot of things are related to the sea. Even the majestic hotel in front of you, not only is it a prominent local landmark, and it's also very unique, with surprises everywhere.
Hello, Christina.
Hello, hello. This is so beautiful. There are 2 more whales over there.
Right. As to the concept of our design about these whales, this has to be explained from the inside to the outside of this hotel. When we are inside, it's like vacationing on a cruise ship. So there's a lot of design ideas that are related to the ships and the yachts, even related to our well-known whale watching. In terms of appearance, when viewed from the sea, it's like a cruise ship docked by the sea. So one of our themes is called Cruise on Land.
Eh? Is it moving automatically?
Right. That's like the concept of a cuckoo clock. It moves for 5 minutes every half hour.
Oh, and I suddenly found out blue light is projected onto the ceiling. It kind of feels like the ocean.
It's the underwater world. Above, below, all with blue lights like a whale swimming in the ocean. Welcome!
Oh my gosh. Seriously?
This is our largest room. This is our Sky Ocean View Suite. Right in front of us is our
Wow.
Turtle Island.
It's so huge. It's very similar. It's like we're on a ship at sea.
That's right, you're right. Our blue carpet extends the image of the ocean into the room. It's like we're stepping on the sea. So did you notice that there are no beds here?
Yeah.
Because this is the living
Oh,
room.
I didn't notice that.
There is another room. There's a separate room with a bed.
Oh my God. It's too big here. Oh, oh my gosh. Can I just sit here?
Of course, in this room, when lying on the bed, you will be able to see Turtle Island. We have another clever design here. It's this screen. This screen transitions from blue at the bottom to white at the top, just like the view outside, where the sky meets the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, yeah. The sea and the sky merge into a single horizon. The CEO mentioned that in addition to this largest room, in order to provide travelers the best view, there are more than half of the rooms here face Turtle Island. So, even when you return to the hotel from outside, you can still enjoy unbeatable views of the mountains and seas. And you know what? In addition to the strong maritime style here, even the restaurant is ingenious. No, it should be said it's amazing. Why didn't you tell me? This is Gordon Ramsay's hidden storage room.
Exactly. Do you know what this is? Can you guess?
Is this real?
Yes, it's real.
It looks perfect.
Exactly. This is our dry aging cabinet. Inside is our dry aged seafood. After aged for 5 to 7 days, its umami and sweetness will reach another level.
Oh. Hey, can I take a look over there?
Sure. Here it is. Presentation of food and wine pairings. We have red wine, white wine, and sake. We will make the wine matches depending on different kinds of cuisine. We will make different red and white wine pairings.
Wow.
Here's something special. Next to us, here we offer an imagination of the restaurant.
Oh.
This is the most
Whoa.
famous seafood in Toucheng. We serve seafood provided by fishermen fishing by fixed net or boat fishing. So we serve different seafood every day since the catch is different every day.
Wow, there's a lot of food on the table right now. I don't even know where to start.
Actually, because we are filming today, so we're displaying all the dishes here. I suggest you can start from the freshly caught seafood nearest to you there. This is part 1 of our seafood trilogy. That's what you just saw in the dry aging cabinet inside that wooden box. The seafood in that wooden box. Originally, this is the first part of the trilogy, and here comes the second part. It's also from the dry aging cabinet you've just seen right now. The Sarda orientalis hanging on the above, and then the third part is the tilefish. It is roasted, pouring high temperature oil on the scales. Beyond the seafood trilogy, we have one more here, very distinctive. We are using local delicacies from mountains and seas in Yilan. The one from the mountain is roast duck. It was dry aged for 14 days. The seafood, we use little red shrimp from Daxi fishing port. On the top, we use fresh sakura shrimp. Underneath is the risotto, stewed with laksa from Southeast Asia. Flavors of laksa in Southeast Asia to make this risotto.
Honestly, besides praising it over and over again, I really can't think of any other adjectives to truly capture the taste of these dishes. And what impressed me the most is whether it's the flavor of food or the dawn of the rising sun, everything draws me back to the beauty of the mountains and seas, making me feel right at home. Oh, it's so relaxing right now. And you can see next to it the beautiful Waiao beach. And then right next to it is Turtle Island. Actually, in Toucheng, this is the only hot spring. Staying in this hotel, you can soak in the hot springs while enjoying the view. There is a term in Taiwan called the wind in Hsinchu and the rain in Yilan. Means Hsinchu is famous for the strong winds and Yilan is the place where it rains all year round.
So can you imagine soaking in a hot spring while the gentle rain falls? It brings the feeling of pure bliss. Also creates an illusion of being in a foreign country. Really, staying here for one night makes me feel very relaxed, and what I love most is when I wake up, I can see the most beautiful Turtle Island and this amazing view. And then there are a lot of other facilities here. There is the lazy river too. It's pretty fun. So I really think if you come to Toucheng, this will be a good experience. I enjoyed myself very much. Feel free to walk around any corner of Toucheng. You can feel its unique beauty, and the rainy climate and various itineraries makes it a bit like Vancouver, Canada. It is truly a museum of mountains and seas. Oh, actually, the first time I came to Taiwan, the convenience stores in Taiwan shocked me because there are more than 6,000 in Taiwan. But temples in Taiwan, they actually, like convenience stores, almost double the number. When you come to Toucheng, be sure to visit the most distinctive temple here. I really feel lucky today. Just over here, it's a ritual that's happening. Praying to the gods. It's also a unique feature of Taiwan because it's only can be seen here in such a grand ceremony. The man next to him seems to be circling something. Let me ask him. Hi, may I ask what you're circling here?
This is the faithful worshippers who want to borrow courage from the Heavenly Father. Borrow the courage for both brains and brawn. I help them pass these over the incense burner.
Oh, it's like in Japan, the lucky charm, but they look different.
Not the same. What we worship here is Jade Emperor God. It is commonly known as the Heavenly Father. In the past, to describe a courageous person, we would say that he borrows his courage from God, which inspired us to develop this cultural and creative products today. It becomes such a token that one is allowed to borrow courage from the god, throwing the divination blocks to see whether it's allowed to borrow courage for both brains and brawn. You can carry this with you to keep you safe. There is Chaoling ancient trail here. Borrowing courage in the past, it's more like people would pick up a stone nearby the temple, then pray to God, pray to the Jade Emperor God for blessing. They prayed for God's blessing, success in work, and the ability to earn a lot of money to bring back home, to ensure a safe journey along the Chaoling Old Trail to Taipei City. Success in work and make a lot of money to bring back home. On the way back, they would pass by the Chaoling Qingyun Temple. They would bring back the stone, then circle it over the incense burner like this.
As times have changed, people who want to move from Yilan to Taipei no longer need to trek over mountains. The man told us nowadays it's rare to find someone like him who still carries a stone for safety on their journey. So, in order to help people remember this history, the temple created these small cultural creations similar to the Lucky Charms. Not only can it be kept as a souvenir, it's supposed to bless and keep one safe at all times. This is the tiger inscription. It is also the border of Taipei and Yilan. It's really difficult to imagine that in the past, when there were no roads here, people actually had to trek over mountains to get from here to Taipei. I have climbed the mountains and sailed on the seas, discovered this place, and it has a very different look, even though it's still Toucheng. Seeing it from a different perspective reveals a different experience. In fact, there are still many towns and villages in Taiwan. They are all worth exploring. I'm Christina, Linking368 Taiwan. Our next time, which town are we going to go? See you next time.
Taiwan.
静的